Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of the Raw Inside of the Week here on Billy's Wrestling Inside and Video Game Reviews. Reason why there is a part 2 is that they had a 3-hour Raw last night. And, there was so much to discuss, you have to have more than one part. But to pick up right where we left off. I'm going to pick up on a real good thing. Raw was celebrating like Thanksgiving. It was like their Thanksgiving show. That's why it was a 3-hour show. And one of the coolest matches, as you can see, I got a big smile on my face. And if you see that, that's because of the orange soda I had. Okay, I do brush my teeth, but my teeth get stained by orange soda. Anyway. Oh great, now I'm getting self-conscious about my teeth. Now I'm trying to tell you guys about what happened. Or my reactions. But a real cool thing. Pilgrims versus Indians Divas match. Now the Pilgrims were portrayed by Michelle McCool, Layla, and Jillian. And every time I hear those names or see them, it makes me want to... and some of you may think they're hot. I mean, like, what are you talking about? But those are the 3 ugliest divas in the WWE today. Some of you may disagree with my statement, but, with the way they've been acting as of late, especially towards Mickie James. That's why I say that. And, the Indians. Ooh. The Indians. I mean, that'd be politically correct, but hey, it was all about Thanksgiving last night. And, the Indians were Kelly, Melina, who I wish would have done her entrance. I would have loved to have seen her doing that entrance in that outfit she had on. Oh. Whew. I'm sweating for some reason. And to make me sweat even more, Mickie James. And it was good to see the Indians get the win. And Jerry Lawler decided to interview somebody for the first time in about 30 years. And he interviewed Melina all about the match. And a special appearance was made. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't remember this one, he was from the early 90s when I was growing up. The Gobbledygooker. Yes, the Gobbledygooker made his return to the WWE, but it was all a facade. And I say that because the Gobbledygooker was, in fact, former WWE Divas champion Maurice in disguise. And she launched a flat-out assault attacking Melina from behind and trying to make a statement. Albeit Melina's the current Divas champion right now. So Maurice wants that title back. Okay. Well, Maurice is hot, but she needs to learn a better way of going about her business. The Breakthrough Battle Royal. That was a revolutionary thing last night, folks. It's a revolutionary thing with a touch of nostalgia. And when I say a touch of nostalgia, Vince McMahon and Jesse the Body Ventura were on commentary. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I first started watching, way back in the late 80s to early 90s, anytime I would see the World Wrestling Federation, especially would be on WWF Superstars, every Saturday morning, it was Vince McMahon and Jesse the Body Ventura. Every time, every week. You guys have no idea how nostalgic that was. And not just for me, but other wrestling fans who grew up on this business, who grew up with the WWE. That was one of the best things that could have happened last night. McMahon played his part real good. Saying, I don't want to do it. But I'll tell you what, as far as play-by-play goes, McMahon hasn't lost a step. Not at all. And neither has Jesse the Body Ventura. It was just like old times. It was just like I was 9 years old again. I was watching WWF Superstars at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we see in wrestling, and we see Jesse the Body Ventura, and Vince McMahon. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, wow. This is nostalgia. So, savored that in last night, folks, because we may never get to hear those two do color commentary again. Because Jesse the Body Ventura hit it right on the head last night. It had been 20 years. Almost 20 years since those two have done commentary together. And I'm glad they brought it back for one night. Albeit just for one night only, but I'm glad they did it last night. And I say bravo to Vince McMahon and Jesse Ventura. Now, as far as the Battle Royal itself, it was, what always a Battle Royal is always expected to be. A lot of action. Mark Henry being one of the favorite ones to win this one. Sun Kiss, by the way. Woo! Not a placement again, just thirsty. Who likes orange soda? Billy does. Anyway, Mark Henry is heavily favored, because he's 400 pounds. I mean, who the hell's going to get him over the top rope just by himself? And I did enjoy Mark Henry, the way he eliminated Legacy. Let me go off track just for 1 second. Those of you who may not have seen it, there was a preview for a DVD being released December 29th for the Marine 2. Now, when I heard that, first thought in my mind is, oh, John Cena's done another movie. And, excuse me. And I was surprised to find out that Ted DiBiase was actually the one in the movie. And from what I've seen in the clips, ladies and gentlemen, the Marine 2 actually looks pretty good. And I would have to suspect that the time and when he went to film it is think back to before Legacy was started. When Randy Orton was on the shelf, I think it was early last year. And that was back when Manu was still running with Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes. And Randy Orton punted Ted DiBiase in the skull, and he was gone for quite some time. So I would have to suspect that that was the time they took to film the movie, is when he was gone after that. But from the previews, it looks pretty good. And if the movie actually turns out pretty good, I might have a brand new respect for Ted DiBiase. Albeit aside from the wrestling thing, he might actually have a good movie on our hands, folks. A good movie. The Marine 2 does look pretty good. I'm not saying it's good offhand, but one can only speculate on how well Ted DiBiase did last night. And Sheamus winning the match. Oh, why? Why did the whitest guy on Monday Night Raw, Sheamus, the giant Celtic bottle of milk, why did he have to win it? Why couldn't it have been Mark Henry? Or MVP? Or Kofi Kingston, for that matter? Kofi's already proven he's a good Intercontinental Champion and a good United States Champion and a good Tag Team Champion. Why not him? Why did it have to be Sheamus? A man I have absolutely zero respect for. But apparently, I thought it was great when Kofi eliminated Randy Orton. But I didn't, when I saw him come up on the back rope just staring at Orton, and I'm like, oh God, Sheamus is gonna win it. But, Sheamus has done nothing but bully and intimidate everybody you see. Cena would not be intimidated. I wouldn't be intimidated by him either. I would say, hey, go jump in a freaking tanning bed. I mean, have you ever seen the sun? I mean, hello. Are you a nocturnal wrestler? But, after the contract signing, Jesse Ventura reverted back to his old ways as the Body. And, suckered Cena into a attack by Sheamus. And Sheamus put him through a table. And Ventura announced that the match at TLC, and by the way, I'll talk about TLC at another time, at TLC is going to be a tables match. And let's just see how well you do against Cena when you have to look at him straight in the eye instead of having me sucker him in. Well, that's it for today, folks. Tune in tomorrow for the ECW Inside of the Week. I'm Billy. See ya.